Hello and welcome back to Crowwing FPV. This is another video about waterproofing your quad. This video I'm going to be using these two guys. And both of these are what's called liquid electrical tape. I use a liquid electrical tape on a lot of my stuff, especially for UFL connectors, to help hold it in and just kind of secure it in there. Well, I figured since I was doing all this, I might as well give these a shot and see how they work when it comes to waterproofing. So why not? So this one right here, they're both by the same brand actually. Gardner Bender. I don't know, just from local hardware store. This one right here is aerosol based. And you simply just spray it on and it's aerosol based. I mean, it should be easy. This is what I use most of the time. This is just using a brush, like so. And you just brush the liquid electrical tape onto whatever it is you want to apply it to, and it dries after X amount of time. And it's strong. It actually forms a very strong bond onto what you're applying it to. And the nice thing about it is it's going to hold things together, hold things in. Like, for instance, like a little UFL connector, and I doubt you can see that on here. These things I hate. I absolutely can't stand them. But unfortunately, there's a lot of components with FPV that use UFL connectors. So they always tend to pop out on me, so I like to add this to it, and it holds it in there really, really good. And it's flexible, too, which is kind of nice. But when you want to go to remove it, all you really do is just peel it off. And if you've ever used it, you know that it's not necessarily easy to peel off, but it's not hard either. It comes off pretty good. And you can also use your soldering iron to warm it up and loosen it up a little bit too. So there's that. So I'm going to jump onto this and I'm going to get these all sealed up and test it out. Now, this has been completely immersed, dunked, and cleaned off with nail polish, with acetone. Now, acetone is not something that you generally want to use when you are working on a flight controller or any of your peripherals that you're going to actually be using for actual flight. It's a little too harsh on the plastic, and it's not good for that. But for these testing purposes, and this isn't a flight controller that I'm going to be using, it's fine. And it'll work for this reason here. So now I'm going to take this, shake it up really good. I think that's good enough. I hope this doesn't stink because I'm doing it inside the house. Good God. That was crazy. All right. So let's give this a quick shot. Now, one thing I want to say is it's just like, I guess it's just like electrical tape, liquid electrical tape. So it's going to put a rubber coating on it. Kind of like what you see, I don't know how well you can see it in this, on the top here. This, I ended up putting more liquid tape on there than I originally planned to. I generally use it to hold in UFLs and like the MIPI cables here on this HD0. But let's see how it works. Now, the nice thing about liquid tape is that it peels off really, really nice. It comes off nice and easy. It's kind of like plastic dip almost. It's kind of cool. So now, granted, you would do this after you solder everything up. I don't know. I don't know how well this is going to work. This looks kind of funky. It's not really covering over a lot of stuff. So we're going to leave this. Maybe it's just, I got to shake it more. I don't know. So we're going to leave this one be. And this one, I am going to use regular tape, liquid tape. Oh, that's way too much. Oh boy. One of the thoughts that I have with this is heat buildup. That concerns me a little bit. Is it going to build up a ton of heat and fry out a board, you know? The aerosol one is really, really liquidy. I don't know how. I don't know, it might work good. Who knows? Okay, so we're gonna let this dry and then I'll come back and we'll give it a good test. Okay, so here we are. We have two of these bad boys. This one here was using this, the actual just liquid tape. And you can see it's on there pretty thick. It's on there pretty good. It coated it very, very well. This one here is using the spray. Now, I had to do another coating on this because it was just too thin. So after this dried, I added more to it as well. And this is what we ended up with. So we're going to give these a shot and see how they work. I hope I can see the lights on this. I didn't even think about that. Yep. There are the lights. Okay. So, lights are on. And, oh, it had a little bit of a hiccup there. And that was probably, I would say, probably around a processor maybe, or something. Yeah. Hiccups a little bit for a second, and then it kicks back up. No, there it goes. Okay. So, I mean, we're talking some light rain, some snow, something like that. It more than likely is going to be just fine. All right, so now the one that I used, just straight out liquid tape, not the aerosol spray. All right, there's the lights. This one's tricky because this is all upside down. There we go. All right, so let's give this one a shot. A little bit of a hiccup there. Pull it out. Yeah, I mean, this one did a little bit better of a job, which I didn't doubt because after I applied this and applied that, I saw where this, the actual liquid tape did a better job. So if I was to choose between the two of them, I would say they're both pretty effective. And the fact that they're going to stop any kind of like water splatter or something like that. Now completely submerging it, well, no, that's a different story. But I'm pretty sure you can fully submerge it, pull it out, blow it off, and continue on. Because most of the key components are going to be protected. So that is liquid electrical tape in two forms. Brush-on and aerosol. Okay, so here we are with these two flight controllers I used. This one using the spray tape, and this one using the actual just applicator for it. Both of them worked. I think both of them worked pretty well, as kind of expected, since it is kind of like a rubber sealant that goes over it. The stuff that you apply, this tape here, seemed, in my opinion, worked better. It spread on there evenly. It's put on a lot thicker. It's quicker to do. And it really sealed up a lot of the stuff. And it's non-conductive. It's electrical tape. So actually, I prefer this stuff over the aerosol. But the aerosol still did work. Maybe not quite as good. But also keep in mind, too, that the two flight controllers that I'm using, even though they are the same thing, they have different configurations to them. Mainly, this one here has all the plugs on it for the ESC part of it for the motors. This one does not. So there's extra plugs, but I also, I sealed those up pretty good with the spray, so I don't think that's much of an issue. The USB snapped off of this one. It's actually sitting right here. So what I did with this one is I just made sure that I sealed up the USB very, very well. But I mean, if you're out and you're flying and it's drizzling a little bit, it's light rain, some snow, I think it'll be just fine. I don't think there'll be much of an issue at all. Now, you drop the thing in a lake, it's probably going to short out, but you can't really fly it in a lake anyway. You probably could just pull it right out of the water, blow it off, and keep on flying. And I would say that's probably accurate. So, thank you for watching, and my next video on this is going to actually be finally using conformal. But this conformal is the acrylic conformal, not the silicone-based conformal. So I'm going to try this out and see how it does, and we'll have some fun with that. So thanks again for watching. Please hit that subscribe, hit that bell, and I'll see you in the next video.